He's been all over the world. And throughout everywhere he's been, throughout all the places that he's traveled, he's seen Islam and something resonated so deeply, so truthfully in his heart that he had to share the message. Han Meditations. Hello guys, I am Han. This is Kelly.
Hello guys.
We are Han Meditations. We're back with another interesting video now. This video is about a YouTube creator. He's a travel vlogger and he took his Shahada, and it really is interesting because, you know, a lot of people in this day and age are going towards God more than ever. So I want to watch this video with you guys and I want to see this guy take his Shahada. So, and then we'll comment on the video like always. So find somewhere comfortable, sit and watch, and let's get right into it together.
First of all, like as we do in everything, start with Bismillah. So, Bismillah.
Bismillah.
In the name of God. Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahim.
Ar-Rahim.
Most merciful.
Most merciful.
Most compassionate.
Most compassionate.
Amantu.
Amen.
I believed.
I believe.
Billahi.
Ilahi.
In God.
God.
Wa malaikatihi. In the angels. Wa kutubihi. In the books. Wa rusulihi. In the messengers. Wal yawmil akhiri. In the hereafters. Wa bil khayri wa bil qadri wa khayrihi wa sharrihi min Allah Ta'ala, and in the destiny of Allah and in the hereafter. Ashhadu.
Ashhadu.
I testify.
I testify.
And la ilaha.
La ilaha.
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 Illallah.
Illallah.
Wa ashhadu.
Wa ashhadu.
Anna.
Anna.
Muhammadan.
Muhammadan.
Abduhu. Wa rasuluh.
Rasulullah.
I testify.
I testify
That there is only one God,
that there is only one God
worthy of worship.
worthy of worship.
And I testify,
And I testify
Prophet Muhammad,
Prophet Muhammad
peace be upon him, is his messenger and his servant.
and his son.
So congratulations for this beautiful decisions.
Allahu Akbar. Takbir. Allahu Akbar.
We feel like a great pleasure. Arapçasını okursanız.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد صدق الله العظيم.
So the meaning of this verse is that say that Allah is one and unique. He doesn't need to anything, but everything needs to Him, and nor He gives birth or He has a father, and there is nothing like Him. So He is incomparable of anything. So after you took this decision, so I'd like to remind the concept of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As we discussed before when we were here in the mosque, there are like 99 beautiful names of Allah. So these are the adjectives of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He doesn't have any physical shape or form, but how do we know Him? We know Him through His qualities. So I'd like to also share with you like some of them, the most important ones, like Ar-Rahman, which we also repeat when we read the first chapter of Quran. Allah, the one who is most merciful. So Ar-Rahman in this concept is not only for believers, is not only those who follow Him, but is also for all the universe. So doesn't matter whether you are a believer, doesn't matter whether you are not a believer, Allah shows His mercy. So His mercy encompasses all the universe. His mercy encompasses humanity, encompasses animals, encompasses all the creatures. So He has such a mercy that includes everything and doesn't leave anything behind. So that's His like the foremost quality, Ar-Rahman. That's why when we read the Quran, the first chapter starts with this beautiful name of Allah. Then the name Rahim, the most compassionate. So in this case, Allah is Rahman, all merciful, but specifically merciful for those who believe and for those who follow Him. So after this moment, as like somebody who accepted Him and who accepted to follow His way, so inshallah you will receive the special mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your life. And since you keep this faith, since you keep this belief with you, you will feel this force, you will feel this power, you will feel His mercy especially on you. So that's the second, like one of the second most important names. So also in this verse, some of the qualities of Allah mentioned, like Al-Ahad, the one who is unique. So not only He is one, but He is unique. Because there's nothing like Him. Nothing can be even comparable. Nothing can be even imaginable. So that's the beautiful concept that we have in Islam that is not found in any other religion. That He doesn't have a father, nor He does give birth. So what this tells is that after Allah sent the revelation to certain people, they started to change and forget the real message and started to say that Allah had a son, or there's like this concept of twins. So they kind of like started to change the message. So it is very important to keep the message, the original and the unique way, and doesn't distort it in any shape or form. So that's the key thing in your life, inshallah. So as we've discussed, for now, you just feel the joy, the happiness, and started to receive, inshallah, the special mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, have this feeling of your belief, like this power, this force in yourself, and start just practicing for now the salah, the prayer, which is your like daily communication.
Yep.
So if when you have a family member or some like a friend, and if you never communicate, so you forget. So in the same way, even after we accepted the message, we have to keep this communication. So inshallah, just start learning the daily communication, like daily salah, 5 daily prayers, and in this process we'll be ready to help you. So I got your number, inshallah. So we'll meet here and then, and our center is always available for that, for the learning process. So we will meet and learn together, inshallah. We will be always with you in this process and never leave you alone, inshallah. Thank you. Again, congratulations.
Wow, guys. You know what's really interesting is this guy traveled the entire world. I mean, just look at his channel. He's been everywhere, almost, most countries, probably all continents. He's been all over the world. And throughout everywhere he's been, throughout all the places that he's traveled, he's seen Islam and something resonated so deeply, so truthfully in his heart, that he had to share the message, that he had to let people know that this is what was going on and what has happened to him. And it's such a contrast watching this, who I'm assuming is an imam, or maybe he's just someone at the mosque, but he's explaining every little process to him. He's translating it to him. He has everything memorized. He's telling him, this is what this means, that is what that means, and he's explaining it. And then he's also telling him in an introductory manner about how to do the prayer, how to lead into it, what to do next, what to start doing. And it's just such a contrast, because whenever I got baptized in Christianity, it was just, it was something that I myself didn't, you do it and then that's it. There's no, hey, you have to pray after this, you have to do this, you have to do that. It was just you get baptized and that's that. There is no other thing to it. There's no pamphlet, there's no instruction manual. It's just, hey, you're baptized, you dunk your head in the water, and then you can go on and do whatever you want to do, whether you're going to go insane or do whatever, So it's just the contrast between the two is what I found most fascinating. What did you think, Kelly?
That's kind of interesting, because for my church, the way it was for Catholic, it was like you get your baptism when you're like a baby, and then you actually have your first communion. You have your first, well, actually, you have your first confession, and then you have your first communion, and then around 8th grade is when you're supposed to have your confirmation, which I think is actually kind of similar to the Shahada, where you like state something and then you're like officially an adult member of the church. So that's kind of how that was set up. So that's a little bit interesting. But yeah, speaking of that mosque, I thought was really beautiful as well. And that was just really nice. I mean, I'm telling you, seeing all these shahadas we're watching recently, I'm just like, and all these just like Muslim people doing dawah, etc., talking amongst each other, talking to sheikhs, I'm just feeling so inspired. Like, I really, really am. Like, there's just, I don't know. I can't really put a word on the feeling it gives you when you see these people taking their shahada, but it's just like an awe-inspiring, really beautiful, remarkable, wonderful, almost kind of like majestic feeling. I can't really describe it, but it really is just calming and wonderful and beautiful. So love that one. Thank you so much to everyone watching with us and being on this journey along with us. We really appreciate the views, likes, subscriptions, and of course the donations. Thank you so much. It means more than you will ever know. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.